Hello everybody, video for you today. This is the no cap recap of the first episode premiere of The Curse of Oak Island, filmed in 2023 and premiered in January of 2014, called What Lies Below. If you missed my recaps of previous episodes, there's a link in the upper right. Let's get into it. Previously on The Curse of Oak Island, people have been looking for an incredible treasure for 228 years. After addressing the curse, which supposedly caused 6 people to die while actively searching for the treasure, and that lore says that one more must die before the secret will be revealed, Rick and Marty Lagina recall first finding out about Oak Island from a Reader's Digest article when Rick was 11 years old. I was a little younger when I read the same article. A link to me reading the Reader's Digest article, and you can read along, is in the upper right. They describe how in 1795, 3 boys found a depression in the ground on Oak Island and dug and found some stones laid in and some planks, things that would have to be man-made. It is right at the end of the piracy era, so they are thinking buried treasure. They find a layer of planks at 10 feet and another layer at 20, but they give up due to digging by hand. Subsequent digs by the boys and other groups reveal planks every 10 feet, and other items like chain, coconut fiber, which would have to be imported, an inscribed stone at the 90-foot level that disappeared in 1919, and a crumpled piece of parchment inscribed with the letters VI. One group discovers the area has been booby-trapped by a flood tunnel. Different groups keep trying, engineers, business people among them. Eventual U.S. President Franklin D. Roosevelt and actor John Wayne were also involved. This is the Money Pit area as it was in the winter of 2013. It looks very different now, 10 years later. At that time, Marty says they had already spent millions of dollars in the search, having bought most of the island. This pottery is the first find of the series from a shovel full of drill shavings from 165 feet down in the Money Pit area. The testing on the pottery was inconclusive. They return to the island 5 months later in the spring of 2013 and go to borehole 10X, 180 feet northeast of what was thought to be the original location of the Money Pit by island resident Dan Blankenship. He dug it by hand in 1973 to a depth of 235 feet, hoping to avoid the flood tunnels. He lined it with steel cut from railroad tankers. It eventually flooded too, and Dan abandoned it when he ran out of money. He did get a video, which he thought showed a wooden beam, antique tools, and treasure chests. On another dive, he thought he saw a dead body well preserved by the cold water. The Laginas and their team put a video camera into 10X. They gather in the war room, at this point located in Dave Blankenship's house, to show Dan the new footage from 10X. While they are looking at this possible support beam, the video shuts off and the file will no longer play. They will redo the video footage another time. Next on the agenda is trying to find some kind of evidence by air forcing water and whatever it will carry from borehole 10X into a tank that then drains the water into the ocean, leaving the sediment and other items in the tank. In 1898, treasure hunter Frederick Blair put red dye into the Money Pit and then pumped water into it. Red dye was then seen not only in Smith's Cove to the east, but also on both sides of the man-made triangle-shaped swamp to the southwest as well, meaning that flood tunnels were more elaborate than they previously thought. Marty's son Alex will be diving in Smith's Cove, looking for any remnants of the reported finger drains. Their plan is to figure out how to stop the flow of water so that an excavation without flooding can happen. In a later season, the Laginas do more dye tests, with one resulting in the dye seeping out from under the drill rig pad many feet inland from the water, also revealing stones from a French drain. At the end of the episode, Rick and Marty pull up a shovel full of the sediment from 10X and find this piece of metal that is fused with the rock. I don't recall if it was ever identified. While waiting for the season 11 premiere of The Curse of Oak Island, usually November, I'll continue recapping seasons 1 through 8, likely multiple episodes per video, but I decided to dedicate this first one to just the first episode. Once again, I'm Coach Steve Money, Ramsey Solutions Certified Financial Coach. And if you've got money problems or you just want to make sure you're on the right track, you can schedule a free financial coaching consultation / assessment with me at calendly.com/Coach Steve Money. That's calendly.com/Coach Steve Money. That link is also in the description of the video and on the right side of my YouTube banner. You can email me about coaching or anything else on my YouTube channel, like Oak Island, to CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com. Channel donations can go to paypal.me/Coach Steve Money. You can add me on the gram at Coach Steve Money, and this YouTube channel is, of course, youtube.com/Coach Steve Money. Thank you so much for watching.